Although it was first announced in September last year, Governor Eddie Calvo's chief policy advisor Arthur Clark says efforts in forming a special task force aimed at addressing the gaps and deficiencies on compact impact reimbursements are still alive.
So it's still moving forward. The most recent development is, I've been in constant communication with the OIA, the Office of Insular Affairs, on the compact issue.
But it doesn't stop there, as Clark says he's also in talks with Hawaii's Director of Policy, Kendra Oishi, who he will be meeting later this month to discuss reporting templates, considered the biggest challenges facing Guam and other affected jurisdictions. Hawaii, he says, had actually volunteered to initiate the process of working on a new template.
So I wanted to take a look at their model also, see what they're doing, and then kind of use that also as maybe a guide relative to what it is we want to do here, see what they're doing right, copy those, and then see if there's things that we notice gaps, that if they identify gaps in their process too, that we'd look to try to avoid similar gaps.
According to Clark, Hawaii already has a compact impact task force established. And just as he's reiterated before, while the federal government, namely the OIA, has been critical of reporting templates that Guam and Hawaii have been using, they refuse to regenerate a suitable template and have left it to the islands to come up with one itself. These reports outline the impacts of the compacts and recommendations for corrective action. And just as the efforts continue with leaders, a separate report was just issued today by the Government Accountability Office on compact sector funds in the Marshall Islands and the Federated States of Micronesia that continue to decline through fiscal year 2023. GAO was critical on data reliability hindering its assessment and the lack of plans to address the education and health sectors. FSM Counsel General Robert Uecho says the matter is surely of concern for the 5 FSM governments.
All I can say is that each government, they have their own plans on how to face the decrease in compact funding and the termination as far as funding in year 2023. So they have their own plans.
Clark, meanwhile, says the GAO report's focus on data gathering in the FSM and RMI is a similar critique we have faced before. He adds the GAO report even notes a lack of oversight and that OIA is short-staffed, making him question if that's the real reason behind OIA's lack of assistance.
At this point, we've got to take the initiative. We can't keep waiting for the federal government because they've already told us they're not going to do it.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Ken Quintaniza.